Good afternoon. I'm going to show you how we are doing today. So far, let me share my screen. We are at 34,570 monthly recurring revenue. We also got a course sale. I actually don't know how that happened. Whatever. Conversion rate, don't mind that. I know it's low. Don't even ask. I'm going to show you some more things here that I think you guys will like. So here's some more data. Here is our dashboard here, conversion rate for our free community. Of course, it's free, so we don't make any money. But it's the conversion rate. We're working on fixing that, right? Let me go show more actually. Here's our discovery. We were ranked 500 something out of like 100,000 communities. Doing pretty great, if you ask me. Um, Metrics, you can see how much we've grown. September 8th, we had 1.8K, and now September 20th, we have 2.8K. So you can see in the every day we're growing about 90, I would say, yeah, about 90 to 80 to 90 people every single day. And you can see the activity here. Brighter green means more activity. You can see as we've gone way more activity. So start off like kind of not that consistent, and now we have consistent activity every single day. And so a lot of little things there that we did. We have a lot of people online right now. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that is kind of how it's going. And then for the school games leaderboard, we are now at we are fifth place. So you can see the competition gets really tough in the last kind of few days. Um, so you can see here, this dude came out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from. This dude, I kind of seen him up there. He's doing great. Good job, Keytron. Bank, some Asian guy. I don't know. Kevin Martinez. He looks great. He looks great. Don't know what he sells. I still don't know what he sells. Probably because I can't read Spanish or whatever language this is, right? And then there's me. That's me. That's me. I'm looking all right. I look a little submissive, a little breedable, but it's okay. That's okay. Feng Cha, sorry, Fin Chang. Guys, I just keep getting these names wrong. But yeah, I mean, that's how we're doing. You can see we're ahead of 10th place by about 14K. So we're just trying to keep a spot on the leaderboard because it's going to get absurd in the last few days, which right now there's 8 days left. Right now you can see here in the bottom right, it is the 20th. Um, so stuff's going to get crazy because we have 8 days left and it ends on the 28th. You can see here. So now you might be wondering, um, you know, how are you feeling? Like how'd you do? All that kind of stuff. And so I shouldn't actually stop sharing my screen. I should probably share my screen. So my whole entire, I would say, calendar, my whole entire day is just filled with sales calls. And in the last week, it's been absolutely absurd. I am so lost, but at the same time, it's really fun to have all this stress and pressure. So you can see here, I hope I don't have anything like some special information on here. Let me fix this. Okay, just gonna hide that. But it's too. Okay, so you can see here, this is my calendar, and it might look empty, right? You might be like, oh, what are these fat empty spots? Well, the only reason they're empty is because I had to fill out sales calls on here, which I couldn't even, I had to do it. So this is my chemistry class. It actually goes until like 12, I think 11:30, something like that. But I reduced it just so that I can fill up sales calls on this calendar so that when I open my other calendar, let me open that up for you. When I open my other calendar, don't ask, man. I like listening to Drake. All right. This is absurd, right? I was supposed to have a sales call right now. Guy didn't show up. So whatever. I have about 15 minutes. But like this is what our days look like. These are like three different calendars mixed in one. So let me remove these. This is kind of mine, right? So you can see sales calls. I just have them back to back to back. I like lose my voice every time I do an extra call. And so it gets pretty bad. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. And then it's just like figuring stuff out. I mean, like this is kind of how the whole schedule even looks like for me. You can see the weekends are absolutely absurd. It's just craziness, right? But yeah, that's kind of how it is. Again, you might be like, hey, so how are you feeling? All that kind of stuff. Absolutely stressed out. I want to show you something which will probably explain my situation better. I have this burger. Well, it's not really a burger. I don't know what this is. If you guys can see that. I cooked something. I needed food. And so That's some kind of meat. I don't know what kind of meat that is. This is a bagel with like sauce on it. I was hungry, man. I just put something together, and because there was like absolutely zero taste, I threw some sauce on there. I think I put some lemon juice on there too. I have lemon juice sitting on my table where I work. That's how much I've been working, and I have this like secret like banana in case I need to eat something and I can't get up. So like I kind of sneak it in between sales calls. So this is the same computer I use to do sales calls. So now I'd be like here, like opening up my banana, like eating down here. So I like take a bite, I'll go back. Yeah, so that sounds great. So tell me, like, what are you looking for? It gets really funny. Again, my water bottle. I'll just show you my desk here. Okay, let me turn off this blur. So here's my desk. Um, there's a lot of stuff here. So I got my supplements right there. Lip balm, my lips get dry. Water. That's infinite mirror, and then some chargers. That's a special gift right there. If you can see that behind the laptop, special gift. And yeah, I mean, I try my best to keep it clean, but it always gets dirty somehow, so I don't even ask questions. But again, been working all day absurdly, and most of it is sales calls. And what I've realized in business is most of it is just solving problems as you change things. Because if you want to get more people, so here's an example, right? Here's an example that we had. We wanted to get more people. We wanted to get more calls. And so what do? We increased our ads. We made our ad spend higher. We made it better, all that kind of stuff. But then we realized, oh shoot, the people when they book the calls, they don't even get the call link. And so we spent a whole like 3 hours sitting down trying to figure that out because that was a huge pain point. And then once we figured that out, we got people to book the calls, but then they weren't freaking showing up to the calls. Like, why aren't they showing up to the calls? Oh, maybe it's because when they book, it's the wrong time zone and I'm 3 hours behind. Maybe it's that. So we had to fix that as well. So the next day, it took an hour to fix that. Perfect, it worked, right? We did it. Amazing. But they still weren't showing up. Why? Because they didn't have email and text reminders. So then we set up email and text reminders. Oh, finally they're showing up. But oh no, now they're very terrible leads. How can we fix this? Let's retarget to a different audience. Let's retarget to the parents, not the kids, right? Great, we got the parents and kids. That's amazing. We're getting them on, we're making progress. So you see how it's just solving patterns as you scale. Um, and another one we had is um, we try to set up this thing called Go High Level, pretty much just tracking for all your ads, everything that you use. So like there's something called KPIs, which is key performance indicators. Pretty much you track like your employees, how they're doing, are they improving, are they actually doing the work, all that kind of stuff, right? Especially for people doing like commission-based work, which we have our salespeople on. And so we hired a new salesperson, we hired two DM setters, we hired a new editor, we got some dude to do our ads, we paid for a guy to help our Instagram organic, and all this worked. We're doing like 40 things at once, and it's super painful, but that's how you grow. I think we're condensing at least 3 or 4 months worth of progress into like 3 or 4 days, which is that's why we've all been staying up. We wake up early morning, we stay up late until like 11:30ish just to fix things and fix problems. That's been most of this month, just trying to fix problems. And so because we're trying to fix problems, um, a lot of stuff pops up. And so yeah, we just have to keep on going, keep pushing and get ahead. So it's a little scary um, when it does happen, but you always figure it out. And I think as you grow in business or even in general, like your problems start getting bigger and the stuff you see from the past, it becomes minuscule in comparison. And so the problems we were having like 2 months ago, like, oh no, uh, what are the problems we were having 2 months ago? Oh no, our tutoring is not that great. It's like for us now it's solved. It was like that's such a stupid, silly little problem. Like what? And I know in the future I'm gonna look back and be like, I had problems setting up a link on a website. Am I stupid? And I know after that, I don't know what problems I'm gonna have, right? There's still so much stuff that could happen. Stuff's gonna mess up. Like next month is gonna be absurd. Gonna be a lot of problems to fix, a lot of things to track, a lot of things to improve. Because this month was all the scaling and growing. And next month is kind of like the let's fix all these problems we made. But that's kind of what I've realized. It's a lot about just fixing big stuff that happens. And so yeah, that I mean that's it. And I think the only difference between people who grow slow and grow fast, because there's a difference, right? It might say, oh, it's motivation. But fundamentally, like let's remove the human equation out of it. Let's say humans weren't a problem in business, right? Humans are usually the biggest constraint when it comes to business because the business can probably function. You're just not doing the right things to make it function. Why? Because of your motivation or because of how motivated you are. And so if you just remove your humanity from yourself, it sounds really weird. You remove your humanity from yourself, you have more of a chance to improve. I'm probably gonna make a separate video on this. But what I mean by that is like think of the business as separate from you, right? Which obviously it is. But at some point, if you're working in the business, then you are the business. And because you are the business, that means that everything that you do is everything that the business happens to the business. And so this is why I found it really important for me to diversify the people that do the roles because I don't want everything to rely on me. If everything relies on me, I'm the bottleneck, which is a big problem because I can bottleneck a lot of things. I am not the smartest guy. I'm good at maybe managing people, motivating people. I'm good at making a product that people love. But when it comes to like marketing, like I can't market anything. I'm really good at selling, but if you put me on like tracking finances, I am dead. Like I cannot do any of that. Like I have to sit there and type in numbers. Like, bro, I can't do that. Um, but again, get me on sales, get me talking to people, get me making deals. I can negotiate 50% down on anything. I'm really good at that. I would say talking or persuasion is kind of my skill. And so, yeah, that's kind of how it's been. Um, you need to separate the human from the business, either that or diversify the type of human. So think five fingers of business, right? So think there's marketing, product, what else could there be? Delivery, like all these kind of things, right? Think like you want to be just one finger. And so you're not all five, right? Where like if you mess up and pretty much five of your fingers are gone and the business doesn't work anymore, you want to have, okay, I'm just this finger, I'm just the pinky finger. And then, some other guy is the ring finger, some other guy is the middle finger, right? The guy who negotiates, right? Negotiating with people. That's the middle finger guy usually. And then there's the guy who's this finger, right? So you get what I mean? Where it's like you don't want to be the entire hand, the entire business. You want to be a part of the business, not the whole thing. Because if you are, your emotions and your personal life and your beliefs and everything that you have in your mind is going to get in the way. I personally think anyone can become good at business if they remove the human out of themselves. If you didn't rely on your emotions, if you didn't have anything, because fundamentally, like if you promote something, more people will see it. If more people see it, they're more likely to buy it. Period. That means you sit down, do 100 reach outs a day. Again, the only reason people quit this is because their emotions get in the way. You sit down, you do 100 reach outs a day. It's guaranteed that more people will see your stuff. It's also guaranteed that more people are willing to buy your stuff. It might come on the 100 person, it might come on the 100,000 person. Regardless, you are still getting a lot of people to see your stuff. And so I actually want to show you our Instagram. So I want you to see everything, right? Of course. Just to show you how everything's doing. This could be a huge whatever, I don't care. I just want to help people. So yeah, you can see our reels, they're doing really well. That's because we got a new editor who's actually quality. And I realize you pay for quality. When you pay higher, you pay for quality. And this is not necessarily the truth all the time. You could pay higher and still get garbage, right? Um, but generally, I'd say most of the time, you're not really looking for money as the incentive for people to grow. It's a really good incentive, but you're looking for kind of traits that people have, which certain people have that help you grow. And so some of those traits are like discipline. Some of those traits are enthusiasm, obsession. Obsession's a big one that I love. Um, so going through here, like look at our views, look at our numbers: 64K, 18K, 14K, 16K. We have some 270K, 173, 103, 18, 160, 160. And like there's so many of these, right? It's because like we took our time and we know this was a weak point. We just had good videos. It'll help out a lot. And I don't even touch these. This is Juwan. He got a perm, by the way. I don't personally, not a fan, but it looks cool. So whatever he likes, man. So yeah, like he uploads these real shorts. We get them to do like DM this, comment this to get the DM. And so let me set up a menu chat. Just put into your DMs. Check your DMs. Just put into your DMs. Should be in your DMs, right? So it all auto DMs. So again, just making sure stuff always goes through. But yeah, I mean, there's so many small moving parts I could describe. I mean, like Instagram mini chat funnel, that's a really big one if you're starting business, want to get more marketing. There's paid ads we do. I'm not going to show that. I honestly don't even know how it works. So I'm not going to show that. Um, they're just having a good product. Like if you have a good product people love and you feel like you can deliver in your thing, like I make it super clear. I help people get 1450 plus SATs in 8 weeks. If you can't say a line like that, your business is not valuable. Like here, I'll show you. I'll tell you what. I know this. I know this will be truth. Like here's look at my profile, right? Look at this. Helping students reach 1450 plus on their SATs. I used to say 8 weeks, but some people take longer, some people take less. But look, this is my profile, right? Look at some of these other people. Here's Anthony. I may be like, sure, Anthony's making more money. Let me translate this. This is French. You're saying, hey, my name is Anthony Sirius, and I am very beautiful and muscular and very rich and very big and very kind. I am, I don't know what this last line is. I don't know that much French, but let me translate. And I'm not here to like shit on him. I'm just saying, like, very handsome, muscular, very rich, very tall, very kind. I like juicy coconuts. We know what he's talking about. So, and you can tell what he's talking about. I don't want to show his picture. I think that's illegal on YouTube, but you can kind of tell what it is over there. But like, look, like, it's just OnlyFans management. It's like, sure, but like, what are you selling? Like, okay, increase your gross margin by 80%. Um, capital, I'm trying to read what it says. Make it easy to get a fulfillment model that's realistic. Um, and then he's, of course, it's the normal stuff. It's cool. He uses a peach emoji, but like, maybe this is not a good example. Let me do like this dude who's second place. Or sorry, fourth place. So like this guy, like your house and Sebasta Pro. Let me like what exactly is he selling, right? Come to your house at auction by subscribing, you'll get a 20% discount. Cool. Monthly listing of auction, cool. Lifetime access to modules 1 and 2, monthly meeting, cool. But like, what are the numbers? I have numbers. I'm like, okay, we start here. You start at your SAT score. We'll get you to this. I don't know if there's numbers here. Like even the Anthony dude, he had numbers, and that's probably why he was able to get something good. Like I see gross margin 80%. Let me translate this. Uh, so you can see he's saying no need to recruit human models, build margin of 80%, no need for startup capital skills. I mean, here there's still missing numbers. And so I'm here for, I would say, the longer game. Even though we're trying to win this month, you have to play the short-term game to try and go for the long term. And I think playing the short-term game has shown me that if you do stuff fast, a lot of stuff breaks, which in the start of a business, if stuff breaks and you're putting stuff in fast, it can mess up a lot. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking here. But I mean like there's just so much stuff that you can do to make your community better. And like tiny little things like these pinned posts, like the way I wrote this is like optimized to get the most amount of clicks and views on your first planning call, right? It's like I'm adding a leaderboard, I'm making them an actionable CTA step, right? And so you treat your product like you treat your marketing, where like instead of marketing more, you're making your product amazing, you will get crazy results. People don't understand this. And so like we guarantee scores. You can read mine. Like it's quite literally like what if you were looking to up your SAT score, why would you not buy this? That's what you want people to think. Where it's like 3 day, no questions asked refund. Cool. We make it easy for them to buy. Exclusive daily VIP access to SAT tutors. Wonder. You see I'm putting numbers here? 14 SAT tutoring calls per week. Number. Personalized one-on-one tutoring session. We put 2 of these. It's supposed to be 2 personalized. Actually, I haven't put personalized. Whatever. 2100 official DSAT practice questions. Cool. 4 SC math. Number. Right? Personal tutor messaging. Number. Monthly. Okay, this is kind of vague. But you can see we have like membership caps at 120 members, 12 slots left. Numbers, numbers, numbers. People want to see numbers. Why do they want to see numbers? They have a valid thing that they can look at and be like, okay, it stops here. 150 plus point guarantee policy. right? Straightforward. If you don't get the score you want, we refund everything. If you can't do this for your customers, you can't deliver on the thing you're promising. Period. You want your product to be this good. And so looking at Skool games, even people in the past, like here is, I want to show you something. You'll understand what I mean. So I think in 1 month, Nate Belmar. So you might know him, you might not. He's a huge guy on Instagram, social media. He's kind of Luke Belmar's brother, if you know him. Huge, again, huge social media. You can see this month he made 115K in May, right? You might be like, wow, that's amazing. It is amazing. But look, now he's still on the all-time leaderboard. 150K? No, he's not up here. He's supposed to be like third place if he's making 115K, right? He's not in third place. Let's see. Oh my God, look at that. Now, this is his current number now. He's making 65K. Why? Well, let's see. What is he selling? Anime shares. Cool. Price going up to 33. Okay, cool. That's a number. The dojo workouts. What does that mean? Live Q&A calls. Okay, live workouts. How many? 70 plus. Okay, I like that number. Dojo plans. Okay, 15 plus content. Okay. But like, what are you giving? Sure, I see the results, but is there a time frame? Like, okay, in 3 weeks, I can get you to 30 pounds lost of weight. They just give you like, here's what you get. And so that's why so many people left. I remember he had almost 7 or 8,000 people. He was making double what he was making right now. Like it was quite literally double. 65K dropped from 115. I don't remember what it was. 115. Yeah. So same guy. 115K in May. Now he's doing 65 a month. He lost 50% of his revenue because he didn't have a good product. If people liked what he was selling, they would have stayed. Period. And I'm very doubtful that people got results in 4 months of joining it, especially with the physique stuff. And so, not to make fun of these guys, I'm not even making fun of anyone actually. It's just like you want numbers because when you have numbers, then you have something people can sit and say, okay, if I come in, I get this. If I don't, then I get a refund, making it as safe as possible for them to buy. And so, look, I just give you a full lesson on like product, I guess. But you see, that's the stuff I love. But like, it's just you just need to have something that is undeniably good. And that's this month we're focusing on having undeniable marketing. Next month is going to be undeniable products because that is the weak point for me, and I know that. So that's a hard lesson I think I'm going to learn this month as I lose some people next month, and that's fine. I don't mind losing them because they're still going to make quite a bit, but I can then use that money to make the product better, invest in it, get better tutors, tutoring, anything, right? And so it's all kind of put together. So that's what I'm thinking there. And now that we have all this money to invest, next month's gonna be great for just product in general. You won't see much money growth, you will see a lot, and I mean a lot of product growth, which means a lot more people will buy. And so that's what I'm excited for. That's kind of how it's going. I got 8 months, 8 days left till the game's end. I'm not gonna sit here and say I've guaranteed the win. So we still gotta push. I don't want to let my ego get in the way. It's kind of like an update. So we're still pushing, we're still getting those sales calls. I have one right now, actually, I'm gonna take. And yeah, that's the update. But I will see you guys soon because I eat my banana because I accidentally cracked it open. Now I have to eat it. Okay, bye.